Hey everyone, Joe Fox here, President at Growave. Welcome to another episode of Retain, Grow, Thrive. I've got a really cool guest for you today. He runs the top performing agency in all of Portugal in the Shopify ecosystem. He's a good friend of Growave, a good partner of Growave, and on a personal level, he's a really cool guy. So anyway, without further ado, I want to welcome Heldar Rocha from Skrey Agency. Heldar, how you doing?
Very good. First of all, Joe, thank you for inviting me for this podcast. Yeah, and yes, obviously, I would say likewise. We've been a good partner from Growave. We did a lot of stuff together here in Portugal. Yeah, doing great. Thank you once again for inviting me. Let's jump into it.
Absolutely. So, look, I want to cover a couple of things today. So, I think obviously there's a few, kind of unique points that you and your agency Skrey have. One being that you guys are the number one, agency and the go-to agency in Portugal for Shopify. Um, Tell me a little bit about the agency, how you guys got started, how you got involved in the Shopify ecosystem.
Okay. First of all, and to do a quick resume about what we do or what is Skrey in the end. We started 10 years ago. Skrey has two managing partners, me and my colleague Mario. We started on the e-commerce ecosystem like 20 years ago. Okay, when the e-commerce was rising here or starting in Portugal. We worked to other companies before founding Skrey, and we kind of note we worked on an agency before Skrey. When we meet up 10 years ago, on the market was on the Magento one sphere at the time. Uh,
Yes.
and we were when we founded Skrey, we were the first, I would say, certified partner of Magento in Portugal. Then we did the usual steps as an agency, right? We went with Magento. We then jumped to other platforms like Pressure Shops, WooCommerce. Later, we obviously tried because we were on the e-commerce ecosystem, and obviously we needed to try every platform. Obviously, that
Yes.
was like rising each year, right? We also tried Salesforce Commerce Cloud, VTEX, and some other platforms. And 1.5, or maybe 2 years, we started to look at Shopify in a different way because we already looked at Shopify some years ago. Because we at least in Portugal, I know. Obviously, this was also a thing all over the place or all over the world. That Shopify was the platform for small businesses, to small entrepreneurs,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But then we started to see Fashion Novas of this life and whatever starting to go on Shopify and some other enterprise grade customers or brands. And we saw, okay, let's look at to Shopify. Then we look at Shopify and realize that Shopify in Europe, more in Portugal, they didn't have like a fixed presence, I would say.
Yeah.
The Portugal was managed by the UK or Netherlands, it depends. And we said, okay, if we want to do this, we need to do this the proper way. And we reached out to Shopify and said, okay, guys, we can be your, I would say, main partner in Portugal. We can push the market. We know a lot of people. We know a lot of companies. We work with very cool brands, but we need some presence here. We need that Shopify comes to Portugal, but like work Portugal like a fixed market for Shopify, and not only like, okay, we are here in the UK or in the Netherlands and we manage some leads, etc. Like do proper events, stuff like that. Okay, and
Absolutely.
like half a year ago, or we started like 2 years. Half a year later, they said, "Oh, guys, we thought this is a good. We think this is a good idea. Let's move forward with this partnership." And then Shopify came to Portugal officially,
Yep.
and that's where we started to work with Shopify, like with a one-on-one relationship. Well, this was the thing, and then we promote events. We did a lot of stuff with Shopify. Just for a quick context, Portugal had 3+ brands before we
Wow.
started to work on the market. Now we are talking about 42 in total
Wow.
in
Wow.
in 1 year and a half. Yeah.
Love that. Love that. That's really, really cool. And I feel like, they owe that success to you in a way because you really helped drive it. So I love to hear
Yeah,
that.
I
And
think both because this was like, to be honest, like a win-win situation. We work very well together, I would say.
yes, yeah, no, definitely. And I think, we're lucky that we share some merchants. And I think the thing that really stands out is you guys do amazing design. Like, obviously functionality wise and all of those sorts of things are amazing. But that was one of the things that stood out to me when we first started this partnership is
Yeah.
just, incredible design. It's beautiful, like Portugal is as a country. So tell me a little bit more. I know I'm still upset about this. But tell me a little bit more about the Shopify Portugal event. I know Eldar, our CEO, and Callis, our CMO, got to go, which, as I said, I'm still upset about. But tell me a little bit more about those events and sort of how they came about with Shopify.
Yeah, one of the things that, at least for us, when we look at Shopify in the first time, that stood out to us was the beautiful ecosystem that Shopify has, right? Because you have a lot of entrepreneurs and partners like Growave is one of them that started strong on top of Shopify, right? There's an app store, there's a lot of apps, uh, and a lot of people are doing a very good job on creating value, creating apps, creating products on top of Shopify, like Apple and Google. It's the kind of the same business model. And
Yep.
when we started this, we said, oh, and month and when we started the path, we are Shopify obviously lacked some functionalities. Obviously, it's normal, and we started to go and to the App Store and started to knowing some partners like Growave, for example, for loyalty, etc. And this was the beauty of, this is the beauty of Shopify. You know, a lot of people, the ecosystem is brilliant. So we thought, okay, for us as an agency, it's kind of easy or more easy to know this type of solutions, know this type of partners, this type of apps. But the market, it's difficult for the market to, for example, a customer of ours, if we don't talk about Growave, it's difficult for them to know Growave unless they go search or they follow you guys on social media or other people that talks about you in social media. So this is the kind
Yes.
of marketing job that you guys need to do, obviously, to get attention from the customers. Agency is another thing, partnerships, and then customers. And we thought, okay, what about doing like a very cool event where people go there not only to receive some sales pitch from partners, but how can we build something on top of the ecosystem, but physically with a good presence, where partners and and agencies and their partners can share some good stories, some good insights about what they are doing together in a way. And we started this Shopify Connect thing. It's like to connect people around the Shopify ecosystem. We did the first one, 2024. Then we did the second one on 2025. It's been amazing. Okay. We grow from 100 people to 200 people on the second event.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
We want to create a very good experience for the merchant where it's kind of a wedding. You go there, you have like foods and drinks, of course, and you talk. We create a lot of networking moments, and obviously putting the partners to present their solution with some good case studies, and in the end, bringing value to the ecosystem. It's not a thing where you go to the stage and sell. No, that's not the idea. So far, so good. We are people that were on the event. obviously the merchants and the partners are saying very good things about it. So we are for us it's very good in the end. Um,
Yeah, absolutely. You're being very modest here because I know firsthand how good it was, and you know, you said like a wedding certainly because the venue looked fantastic as well. But I think to further your point, you know, the feedback we've had from some of the merchants that attended was, you know, it was one of the best events they've ever been to. So you're definitely being humble there, my friend.
no, yeah, but because, like I said, the idea is to create some good moments. Like I said, like a wedding in the end. Okay, you go to a wedding and you remember the wedding,
Yes.
something like
Yeah.
this. In this case, is kind of the same. We want to create a very good experience that people knows that they go to the event, they had a good time, they have great drinks, right, great food. In the end, good networking, because when you have 100 brands, okay, something like this, people share a lot of stuff between them. So I think this is very important in the end.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so let's dive in a little bit more around, you know, kind of what sets Skrey apart, the way that you guys approach merchants, and sort of like what is your, I don't want you to give away the secret sauce, but, you know, what is your kind of methodology? Let's say, for example, you know, you meet a merchant at one of these events. They're a big enterprise merchant. They're on a legacy platform. How do you sort of go about that approach with getting them on board as a client, Helder?
Okay, I don't want to try to be honest and or too much to I will not. It's I think it's not a. I don't have a secret sauce in the end, and I'm not trying to be modest or humble. I think it's two or three things. One of them is consistency. Okay,
Hmm.
we don't
Yeah.
do a lot of outbound, or we do zero outbound in the end. I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
we are in the market for 10 years. Obviously, Portugal is a small country, okay, but we don't have
Yes.
only customers from Portugal, obviously.
Yeah.
Um, but Portugal is a small country, and I think consistency is the key. Uh,
Yes.
we develop projects. We try to have the best resources, even though this is the most complicated thing when running an agency, obviously.
Yes.
But is consistency in the end, trying to do the best job possible. I obviously is almost impossible for us, but I when we do a project, we try to do the projects like if it's for us in the end. And
Hmm.
obviously, when you do this and you have a very good relationship with the customers, obviously pre-sale and post-sale, obviously, we kind of try to use the customers to be our sellers in the end, right? We do this type of events. We invite agencies, also Shopify agencies,
Hmm.
be with our merchants in the end, because we are confident in the work that we do. Okay, because this is for us is to try to build the ecosystem and try to work the ecosystem. So we have a very good relationship also with the other agencies from the ecosystem, okay? Because sometimes we have like a lot of work, and obviously them, and we obviously share some leads between us, and I think this is healthy. And I think the secret sauce is like be consistent, have the best relationship with your customers, try to do your best job possible. In the end, if you fail and you assume that you fail, it's okay, because everyone fails in the end. And this is software, like this is coding. It's not a thing that you will never be perfect.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I think this is kind of the key in the end. We don't have like this posture on the market to try to bash competitors whatsoever. We try to basically, if they go to another agency, it's because they were best in some ways, cheaper, more expensive. It doesn't matter. They win. So we need to
Absolutely.
look at inside of our company, our strategy, and try to realize why we lose this opportunity or whatever, and try to do better next time. So yeah, we don't do outbound. We create these events. We create this relationship with people, and things happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, I love that. And I think, to the point of what you were saying around raising the whole ecosystem up and being able to, work with
Yeah.
competitors, air quotes, it's this concept of, a rising tide lifts all ships. And particularly, I think, with Portugal being this new region, pardon the pun, because I know the world exploration history was ships, but um the it's really cool because there's this new up and coming growing ecosystem, and you guys are really leading the charge with a lot of that and helping rise the whole ecosystem. And I think that's something you should be very proud of. And it's really cool as partners of yours to be able to see that progress more and more, all the
Yeah,
time. So
and
that's
also
cool.
just to talk about our partnership with Growave, we don't we don't do proactive selling of Growave in the end,
Yeah.
because obviously there's a lot of solutions like Growave. In the end, what we love about this partnership and some others is this relationship. So we are confident that when we have the best partners in terms of a relationship, even if technically you don't deliver the same as other competitor of yours, you will listen to our voice. So if I need something, you will deliver in the end, because you know that this is important, because you believe in the partnership, you believe in what we ask and what we say. So in the end, we work to a very common, I would say, point or strategy is giving or delivering the best for the customer. So this is for
Yes.
me the most important thing on those type of partnerships, is delivering the best experience for the end customer. So in the end, we don't need to sell XYZ, because the customer, they want like a solution to solve a problem, in this case to grow their presence and to retain. And yeah, they just tell us sometimes we need to retain more, we need to create a loyalty program, and we just say, okay, we will do it. We will not say this A, B, or C. Okay, we deliver
Yes.
or
Yeah.
retain the solution, a loyalty solution, and the customer believes that this is the best solution. Okay, we don't
Yes.
need to
Yeah.
proactive sell the partners in the end.
Yes, I love that. I love that approach, and thank you for the kind words. It obviously means a lot, and we value this partnership a lot. And I hope we continue to be partners for many years to come. And next year, I'm definitely coming to Portugal. There's no
Yeah,
ifs
you
or
need,
buts
you need,
about
you
it.
need, you need.
No, I've already established that, so it's a given. Um, but look, I also kind of want to dive into, because I really love your insights, right? Like you're obviously very forward thinking. You're very good at seeing opportunities, and exactly like what you did with Shopify, see that it was up and coming, jump on at the right time, help grow that. Where do you see the kind of like, or based upon your experience and what where do you think that the e-commerce ecosystem is going to head towards next? I know there's all sorts of stuff about, AI agent shopping and all of these other kind of, trends and fads and things that are happening at the moment. But what are your personal kind of, you know, what do you project is coming in the next 12 months?
Yeah, I think part of our jobs as a founder of an agency on working on technology is, I would say, try to know what is the next big step, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, and yeah, I read a lot. I see a lot of. I read a lot. I see a lot of podcasts and videos about everything, obviously. And Shopify just released their winter edition, 26
Yes.
winter edition, and obviously at this point it's all over AI. And
Yeah.
this is a topic that obviously is not a topic anymore. But I see, because obviously, being now my kind of behavior, and not only my, but what I see on other people. Obviously, we are using. Uh, chatbots for everything. Obviously, Google now moved to a new type of search when you are searching more based on AI than a normal type of search. So, and this move also from Shopify to create a very deep integration with ChatGPT, with OpenAI. I would say the next step, obviously, is buying from ChatGPT, Gemini,
Hmm.
Perplexity, everything.
Yes.
This,
Yeah.
I think this is not the future. Is the present? Okay,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
kind of as it's happening, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I saw a guy talking. A guy, it's Gary V from. I think everybody knows Gary V. Some
Yes.
like 4 years ago, or maybe five, when Amazon launched the buying experience from Alexa, and I saw a podcast of Gary V talking about this, and he went to Alexa and said, Alexa, I want to buy this, that, and that, and Alexa replied like, okay, yeah, it's done. It will ship to your home in XYZ. Okay, and I
Yeah.
thought, whoa,
Yeah.
this will be the next thing. You will talk with your home assistant or on your assistant, and you just ask them to buy something or rebuy something, and that's it. Then this trend went away, but I believe that was the at the time that was the future. Now I see this as ChatGPT and the agentic commerce, but I think in the end we will go to the voice search and the voice ecosystem again, or the voice technology. I think you are seeing this in cars. You are seeing this
Yes.
in home appliances and whatever. So I think voice is the next thing. Asking
Yeah.
your chatbot or whatever what you want to buy, and they will deliver. I think this is the next big thing. I think, but like I said earlier on, I also thought this was a thing and was not so. But I think
Yeah,
yeah,
no, no. I think I have to agree. I think a lot more people are engaging with chatbots in a voice sort of command like sort of way, and I agree. I think I thought similar too with the Alexa thing, and I thought that that would be a really big way, but I think now it's become, I think the difference then, Helder, was maybe that it was so individually tied to Alexa and the Amazon
in the Amazon
ecosystem,
ecosystem, yeah,
and you had to have an Alexa kind of a product in order to be able to enable it. But now I think it's like we can do it from here, we can do it from our desktop, we can do it
yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
our iPad. So I think you're 100% right. Like I think that that's where
From
it
your
will
car,
go
from your
now.
fridge,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and it's all running on the same kind of ecosystem,
yeah.
feeding each other data, user behavior, shopping
Yeah, it's
trends,
the
all
same
of those sorts
assistant
of
in
things.
multiple devices. So
Yes,
that's
yeah,
why
yeah,
I see this. It's more easy to accomplish than having an Alexa tied to Amazon and stuff like
yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah, yeah. So I think
that. Obviously, we are
I agree.
seeing, we are having some glimpse on the ex Apple chief of design, Johnny Ive, join OpenAI to create a
Yes,
physical product on top of
yes,
ChatGPT. So I'm assuming OpenAI will launch some physical device that will be your
yes.
assistant, kind of. So
Yeah, which and what that looks like could be really interesting as well, right? Like whether that's something that, overlays your phone, whether that's a watch, whether that's, I'm not
whatever.
sure. Like, yeah, yeah, it'll just be interesting to see
Maybe your
what
headphones will
direction.
have an assistant as well.
Yes,
So
yeah, yeah. And I did notice that with the latest Apple update, actually, there's a few more things now on the new
yeah,
iOS you can do with headphones. So that
your
makes a lot of
glasses with
sense.
Meta, your glasses. So
Yes. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming that you will have the one or your assistant in multiple devices, so it's
Mhm.
more convenient and easy to do something. Obviously, you have now the Meta glasses with a small screen on your glasses, so
Mhm. Yeah.
also uh, Apple's Vision Pros of this life, etc. So I'm seeing that the e-commerce. Getting back to the question, I think you will have a buying experience that will be like all over the place. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So
multi-journey. It kind of reminds me of like, obviously there was a huge shift from desktop to majority mobile, et
yeah,
cetera. So now I think it's going to be like from desktop to mobile to multi-divert, like you, as you said, like
yeah,
even a
yeah, yeah,
car.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
which will be fascinating.
even if it's not a, even if it you cannot buy on your glasses, on your watch or whatever, you kind of I saw a prototype of a product where you can you basically ask what you want to buy, like a kind of a reminder. Okay, imagine you are on the street and your glasses have AI and you said, hey ChatGPT, remember to buy, or I want to buy this, and basically they
Mm,
create a cart for you when where you can go to your phone and your device with a screen, and you basically do the checkout thing. But
yes.
you are
Yeah.
asking them to buy, but they're creating a cart for you, not because you remember at that point that you want to buy something.
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
think maybe this is the first type of experience. And okay, you have like a lot of things that you daily or weekly you are wanted to buy, and then you just check out because obviously you have payments and stuff like that. But I think I don't know. I think this is e-commerce will move to an agentic type of
Experience.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely.
and I,
Absolutely.
and also to we obviously I don't like monopolies, but I think Shopify is ahead of everybody at this point. They are crushing it.
Absolutely.
They are crushing
Yeah,
it. So
absolutely. I
shout
mean,
out
I
to them
saw,
because they are doing a job, like crazy job
yeah, I
on
saw another thing in additions of like being able to combine multiple products into checkouts from different stores. I
yeah.
think that's so genius. Like, because like a lot of the time, to your point of adding things to lists, I actually often use the shop app to check out like
Also
multiple different carts from that network
and
effect.
multiple
So
logins.
that,
If you have a shop account, you can log
mhm,
in a lot of Shopify. So you have
yeah.
like a single sign-on type of thing.
Absolutely. And combining all of those carts into one and being able to just check out through the app is so cool. And so to me, when they announced this, I'm like, oh, they've kind of been doing that in theory within the shop app. But I think now the way that they're doing it, I saw the example that Harley used was it's like a skateboard and a skateboard helmet,
Yeah, yeah,
from two
yeah.
different brands. And that's so clever. Like it's true because it
And
saves
also, man,
everyone a lot
they
of
are
time.
doing this like on the merchant side as well, because what they are doing now, as they show in editions, they are kind of changing the way that you look at two marketplaces. Because now,
Mm.
if I have a
Yeah.
Shopify store and you have another Shopify store, you can buy products from me or list my products in your store. So in the
Yes.
end, they are basically merging the or creating a relationship between merchants that were like very complicated to achieve if you have Magento and a brand
Hmm.
shop and wherever you
Yeah.
need to buy, etc. Now you just like do drop shipping like plain and easy, because Shopify started, not started, but Shopify was the platform that the drop shippers used or and
Yes.
still use. So they are kind of now doing this more easily. Okay, because if
Yes.
imagine that you want to try a product in your store, you don't know if it sells, you don't know if it's a thing, but you know someone that has a Shopify store, they can give you the catalog and you just sell. And now, obviously, this is connect to shop. So
Yes. Yeah.
now
Yeah. It's a
imagine that
it's an
they integrate
amazing.
shop with ChatGPT, so you have you have everything. So
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
why I think,
It's an incredible ecosystem, that's
yeah,
for sure. They've really, really like just absolutely nailed the network effect, right? Like
yeah,
from every
and they have
every
millions of
perspective.
stores. So
Yeah, yeah, it's incredible, and I think, to be honest, I think they're only really just getting started. I mean,
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
the sheer amount of
I think it's a
innovation
question
and
of
everything.
time,
It's yeah,
and because they launch a lot of features 2 times a year, there's no one near of what they are doing.
absolutely not. No, absolutely not. I think the incumbents are going to have a very tough 2026, to be honest, and I
Yeah,
think and rightfully so because the one thing well, there's a million things that Shopify do well, but one thing they've done incredibly well is they listen to their partners, they listen to the ecosystem, they listen to their merchants. And, if they agree with all of it, then they move in that direction. But if they feel very strongly about something, they may not necessarily move in that direction, and they may move in a direction
Yeah,
that's even better. So I think they've just absolutely, yeah, nailed it on all fronts. We're obviously both big Shopify fans, but
yeah, yeah,
I think it's cool.
yeah,
Look, I know we could talk forever, and I know we will do a part two of this. Hopefully, it's when I'm in Portugal and we're both in front of the camera sitting together. But I really want to thank you for this partnership, and thank you for coming on board today. I've thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. Now, for people in the audience, what is the best way that they can connect with you, follow the journey of Skrey, and follow everything essentially that's happening in the Shopify ecosystem in Portugal? Where would you like people to connect with you?
I would say LinkedIn. It's the social network, or the channel that we communicate the most. Okay,
Yeah,
obviously
yeah,
us as individuals and professionals, obviously, but the company as well. We obviously have our also X and Instagram, etc. But I think it's LinkedIn. It's the best. It's the best channel.
Okay, perfect. I'll make sure all of that's linked
Yeah,
in the show notes, Hilda. But thank you so much, my friend, for today.
likewise.
I've really
Thank you a lot for
yeah,
this moment. I will hope we do a part two in Portugal physically, but
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. You can
Thank
bank
you
on
very
it.
much.
I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah, you need to. You need to. It's done.
Thank
It's
you.
done. Consider it done.
Absolutely. Audience, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Retain, Grow, Thrive. As you can see, Helder's a fantastic gentleman. He's very, very switched on, knows exactly what's happening in the Shopify ecosystem and e-commerce in general. So I really encourage you to check out the show links, connect with them on LinkedIn, follow their journey, see everything that's happening in Portugal. It's an amazing place. As well as an amazing Shopify ecosystem and emerging market. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to
Thank
another
you. Thank you, everybody.
episode, and I'll talk to you.